What's up guys, this is Andrew with Osbras. I'm going to show you guys how to remove these little bedside caps. It's kind of crucial when we're installing PPF. You can do it without removing it. You're just going to be fighting a lot more dirt. So when you can get the caps off, A, you can tuck way under there, and B, you can clean it out so you're not fighting as much dirt. I have this one right here to kind of show you what they are and kind of give you like a visual representation when it's off. So there's these clips. The first one I'll show you, you pinch it off with pliers. And all these inside ones you pinch off with pliers because you can see them. So you'll see them from the bedside. Then they have these little like arrow shaped ones that you cannot see. You kind of have to bend back the actual cap a little bit. And when you're there, when you say I'm bending this back and I'm seeing visually what's behind there, I can push right here on one side, and then I can see the very tip right there, and I can pull to release that on the other side. This goes for a lot of them too. I want to say they're all like this. So Ram, I want to say all the makes are pretty much identical. It just depends on the placement of these. But these inside ones, you can see all of them the whole way through. So yeah, first step, what we do is, I already took it out. I'll just 8 mil for the light. The light pulls out this way. It doesn't pull out wide. So you think the bolts are here, maybe it pulls out wide. No, you will break it. It pulls out at like an angle, and if you come from this side, you can see there's these two. It has like these little like, they're not Christmas tree, but they're like little like pointed, like, I don't even know what they are. They line up in there, they hook in there, but it is a pull out like this way. So what I'll usually do is I'll get my fingers behind the tail light and kind of lightly pull this way, and then I'll get my fingers, if I can get it behind this, and lightly pull it this way as well. So it pulls out like this. Just be careful not to yank too hard, because when they come out, they fly. So at least the tail light. So you don't want to drop the tail light or whatnot. Even though it's connected to this, you don't want it falling and smacking the truck. Pretty simple. Hopefully you can figure that out, so I don't have to do a video on how to remove a tail light.
Oh, you should.
I should. Maybe I should just put it back in.
Yeah.
Put it back in to take it out.
How to remove a tail light?
Pretty simple. If you can't do that, maybe you shouldn't be going this far. How about that?
All right.
So I don't know if you can see in there. Let's see if I can get a light in there. The first one that starts it off is down in there. It's you get pliers, like a long needle nose pliers. Can you see it?
Yeah.
And you just pinch it, and kind of push. So to get it. So pinch and push. So that gets it going. And then I like to put a rag just to kind of keep it up. That way it doesn't want to sit back down and lock in. It really won't, but it's nice to kind of help having that prying force, slight prying force with the rag to help me out. It's like an extra hand in a way. So then what I'll do is, there's these inside clips. You can't get them all done at once. You can, but then they will lock back in. But what I figured is you can usually get 2 or 3, maybe 3 at once before you work on the inside. So there's one. There's 2. I'm gonna put this headlamp on so I can see a little better. So 1. Two. I don't think this is gonna help right now. I'll try, but no. I need to work on getting these back ones, or these, I guess you could say back ones first. And like I was saying, so I use this rounded one. All you have to do is, you can kind of get in, kind of peel it back just a little bit. And if you can see, I can just push one. Once you push one, it opens it up a little bit, and then I hook it and pull. So it's super simple. Then I'll advance the rag a little bit further in. This one's already done. This one I can hit. There you go. So I can feel that came up. The more that you have of these undone, the easier it is to kind of peel. Because if you just have one and you're trying, you're gonna break a clip because it's just you're too much force on that. That one kind of reconnected, but it's fine. And then popped off. So push. Once you push, it allows it to kind of pop up a little bit, and then get behind it, pull. Simple. So I'll do it real quick. push. I'm gonna try to advance a couple, three of them maybe. There we go. Yeah, okay, so that gives me, well, this one kind of reconnected. Like I said, sometimes you can't go too far. You kind of have to go a little at a time. If you're prying on it, like pushing on it, usually it'll keep it up. Push, and then pull. Advance the rag just a little bit. This is, we're gonna try to do this on no cuts, right? Right?
On this video?
Yeah.
Yeah, no cuts.
No cuts.
No cuts. It's just gonna be like a, yeah, no cuts.
How to.
OG, original, straight raw.
I'll advance. So it seems to be about 2. You can get 2, and then you have to advance these side ones a little bit. Okay. If you keep trying to pull too hard, I'm just trying to get enough viewing back there to where I can see what I'm doing. If I'm trying to pry up and these aren't, you know, up, it's gonna break a tab, and then you're kind of screwed. These things they're not like repairable really. You have to buy a new one. They're not crazy expensive, but still, you want to be as profitable as you can be on a job, and not having to replace one of these is kind of cool. And also, like, it makes your job easier when you're wrapping underneath it. So that's the last one from the side. So this is where I usually get a separate hand. So Johnny, I'll have you hold that in just so it doesn't go flying off and banging the bedside. Push here. Now these last few are not really as accessible. So they're harder to get to. But doesn't mean we can't get to them. It's just a little tedious. And then the last one, it's behind, right there. Oh shoot, there's a couple. Cool. And that's that. And then we can show the dirt right here. So this is why we remove it. We clean this thing, we shoved, you know, we blasted the water with the pressure washer underneath this so we can clean it, and yet you still, let me find a clean part of the rag.
That side was more dirtier too.
Yeah, the other side was a lot dirtier. I mean, that's all gonna flow in if you're not careful, or if you don't clean it well. So that's why we do that. That's why we remove the bed caps. It makes our life a little bit easier. You can get more coverage. One thing you want to be aware of though is occasionally it will put pressure on the film, and sometimes you might have to come in and trim it back a little bit. It's pretty rare, but we've seen it happen. We have a Raptor over there. It's been on there for a few years. It's tucked under the bed cap, no issues. But we've seen some where the pressure comes along and pushes on it and kind of causes it to buckle. That's when you run into issue, and you might have to cut to the face right there, and then just so be it. But still, I mean, even if you're cutting to the face, you still shouldn't see that edge of the film. So yeah, it makes our job easier, makes it look cleaner. I think it's the right thing to do.